guys, what's going on? It's Epic Nick 100, and today I am back doing another LEGO Batman movie set review for you guys today. And today I have the Batcave break-in set for you guys. It has a set number 70909. It has 1,047 pieces, and this set retails for $99.99. Now, if that set is really worth that much, I will let you guys decide. Personally, I think it is because you get a lot of cool stuff. You get really great figures, and there's a lot of playability in this set that I think would make a really good gift to somebody, or if you want it for yourself, go ahead and get this set. So, I think that's enough, so let's get straight into this set. Okay, so first up in this set, we have Batman, like always. This Batman is pretty much the same from almost every other set. He's got some really nice torso printing, no leg printing, which I don't think is necessary. He's got that nice 3D belt piece, and he usually comes with a Batarang, and this is what the back of the torso looks like. Nothing really too fancy, and the belt continues all the way into the back. And he does come with an alternate facial expression, so as you can see, he kind of has like this stern expression, and then you turn it around, he has this like weird expression. He's like he's shocked, or he looks like he's grossed out by something, maybe something Alfred made in the food. But I don't know, I'll let you be the judge of that. But that is it for Batman, so let's move on to the next figure. Next up in this set, we have Alfred. Now, this Alfred figure is actually one of the main reasons why I wanted to get this set, and as far as I can tell, this is the only set that you can get him in for now. I think we actually get Alfred in like a future summer set or something like that, probably the spring wave. But this figure is really cool. Not a whole lot of printing, especially on the back. He has no leg printing. The torso printing is really nice. It's has like a nice vest with stripes and stuff. This 3D like collar piece is pretty cool. I think it adds like a new dimension to the character, or to the figure at least. And then Alfred actually has a tailcoat, like this cloth piece that the LEGO group uses, and it goes down and makes like a tailcoat piece. And if you look at it, it actually it looks like it seamlessly connects down from the printing and the torso, which I think is pretty cool. Alfred has this new it's not really a hair piece because it's not hair, but because he's bald, but you can take this off and this is what the head looks like. I think they introduced this piece in the Simpsons sets, and that's what Alfred's head looks like, that's what his face looks like. He does not have a second face, so this is the only face that you get. So maybe in that next set with Alfred, maybe he'll have a different facial expression. But for now, this is all we get with Alfred, so let's move on. Next up in this set, we get Bruce Wayne. Now, this is the Bruce Wayne figure that we see in, I think, 1 or 2 of the trailers, but this figure is really, really cool. Again, not much printing. Something that I like that the LEGO group is doing now is that they continue the printing from the torso onto the belt printing, so it looks more seamless. And LEGO nailed it again with this figure. He has a nice 3D bow piece on the back of his torso. There's that thin little line which is supposed to be the back of his collar. Aside from that, not really much. He has a nice glass, champagne glass for his accessory. The face, I think, is pretty good. This is what he looks like with this one face. He's winking and smiling. Then the next face that he has looks like this. You get the hairpiece on right, like that. There we go. So that's what his second face looks like. And the hair that I think that they chose for Bruce Wayne is pretty good. I like it. This is actually my first hairpiece that's this style. I think it first showed up in the the Lego Soccer minifigure series. But aside from that, I think that's done. That's enough for Bruce Wayne. So let's move on. Next up in this set, we have the villain himself, the Penguin. Now this Penguin figure is really, really cool. I like the way that he looks. He has a lot of cool new pieces. The umbrella and the hat are definitely new. I think this collar piece too, the big fluff. He doesn't have any back printing or leg printing. I like the arm printing for a lot of these figures because they actually printed the cuffs on near the wrists. They have that for quite a few of the figures. The torso printing is pretty nice too. I like that little ascot that he has going there. If we take off the hat, we can see his face better. that's what the penguin's face looks like. Now, his head is a different color, but on my camera, it's really bright for some reason, and I can't really fix it. But his head is like a dark bluish color, or no, not dark bluish. It's like a really light bluish kind of color, so he looks more like sickly, kind of more like the way he looked in Batman Returns. But aside from that, I think that is done, or that's enough for the penguin, so let's move on. Okay, so the first of 3 different bat suits that we get in this set, aside from the normal one, is the Batpack bat suit. Now, this figure is actually really cool. I kind of like what this movie is doing in terms of like theme and how they have like a bunch of like crazy different bat suits. There's a few actually in the minifigure series. I actually got a lot more recently. I currently have 13 out of the 20. I don't have all of the Batmans, but I have the Caveman Batman and the Fairy Batman. And I still have yet to get like the Glam Metal Batman. And I also have Batman with the rubber ducky floaty. The torso is really cool. I kind of like the sparkle design that it has. It kind of has it on the arms too. You can see there. It has a nice microphone piece for the accessory. And I kind of like how the pink bow tie is in the shape of a bat. Now, I think on the back, that's what the back of his torso looks like. Pretty cool. I think we're actually getting like a really similar bat suit in an upcoming polybag. I don't know. I think I'll keep this one. But I think that is it for the Batpack batsuit. So let's move on. Next up is the Scuba Batsuit, or the Scuba Batsuit. On the box, they call it like the Scuba Batsuit. So kind of like merging scuba and batsuit. So this figure is actually pretty cool. I like the colors on it because orange and blue complement each other really well. There's actually not really a whole lot of detail on this figure. I just kind of like the continuing design from the front to the back with the zipper on the scuba suit. It has an orange belt piece, which is pretty cool. I think we actually get this on Catwoman in the Arkham Asylum set. He also has a orange like breather piece, and I think this is the first time where we get like a solid blue short-eared bat cowl. So I think that's pretty cool. So not really much on this figure. He also comes with 2 orange flippers that you'll see when I get to the suit chamber section. So I think that's it for the Scuba Batsuit, so let's move on. So the last minifigure that we get in this set is the Raging Batsuit, or as I like to call it, the Boxing Batsuit, because it is essentially that. It's just a batsuit kind of like in a boxer's traditional outfit. It's pretty cool. It has a nice short design. I kind of wish that instead of just orange lines, it would have been like orange bats or something. It has a nice belt piece too with like the traditional 1960s bat signal, along with the bat symbol that they're using for this movie. He's got purple boxing glove hands, which is pretty cool. Just a dark blue cape and cowl. And then on the back, not really much. And there's also a continuation of the belt from the front. So that is it for all the minifigures of this set. So let's get into the set itself. Alright, so before I get into the 2 vehicles of this set, we actually get 2 kind of like penguin minion robots, which is pretty cool. It kind of reminds me a lot of Batman Returns. They're pretty cool new molds. And then on the back, they're like attached with weapons like a chainsaw and like an arm. So that's pretty cool. So we're going to move those aside and actually get into the duck vehicle, which is actually also taken from Batman Returns, which I think a lot of what the Penguin's stuff is based off of, like the figure's design, and then the Penguin robots, and now this Duckmobile. Now this is actually the second time that we've gotten a Duckmobile in a LEGO set. We got one a couple of years ago. It was a lot smaller than this though, and I think this one's a lot cooler. Now, I'm going to give you like a full 360 of it. It has 6 wheels, it has all sorts of weapons and stuff on it. Inside here, there's a little place where Penguin can sit, and he just has like a lever to control it. He's got 2 flick fire missiles on each side. It's only these 2 silver ones. These don't do anything, like the white cone with the red, like, I guess, point. And then he's got 2 like giant bombs on either side, and he's got some lights up front. It's pretty cool, and it resembles a duck pretty well, don't you agree? So and there's a nice little propeller here on the back that works. So we're going to get this guy out of the way, and we're going to talk about the Batboat. Now, like the Batmobile in this line, this also continues the same black and red color scheme, along with the yellow windshield. Now, this is pretty cool. Now, I guess the name of the Batboat is the Riptide that you can see right there from the sticker. And then on the other side, it also has the sticker that also says Riptide. On the front, there's like 2 machine guns, one on each side. And you can kind of see it there. There are 2 orange spring-loaded shooters that you actually press down by using that Technic piece right here behind the, I guess the hood, or the grill, I guess. I don't know engines. This is pretty cool too. We got the main booster engine in the back here, and then there are a couple of stud shooters on each side, and also in front of those there's a sticker that has, like, you know, caution or warning on each side. Now, if we open up the cockpit, it's pretty cool. It opens up pretty far. There is a lot of room for Batman to sit in there. He only has one control panel, and it's just the sticker of the Batboat. You probably can't see it. Sorry. But I think that is it for the Batboat itself. It's a really cool vehicle. I'm definitely going to have this out on display. So that's it for the vehicles. So let's get into the Batcave itself. Okay, so overall this Batcave is actually pretty well sized. It's pretty big, and I think it makes for a great display piece, especially if you're like me. I like to display like all the heroes in the Batcave, and then I might do like all the villains in Arkham Asylum. But this Batcave is pretty cool, as quite a few sections that I'm going to show in greater detail, so let's get into those. Okay, so moving from left to right, the first section I'm going to show to you guys is the Batsuit chamber. Now, as you can see, there are 7 spots on here actually. You just move them like this with this Technic piece up top. You just move them around like that, and I already have 3 of the spots filled because we actually already get 3 different Batsuits in this set, which is pretty cool. And now we actually have 4 slots left, and 3 of them are actually in the minifigure series, and I have 2 of them. I don't have the 3rd, and then the 4th one is coming in a poly bag. But this is pretty sweet. I think this is really cool. It's kind of pulled straight out of the trailer too, kind of like when Robin was flicking through the suits when he found his own. So I think that is it for the suit chamber, so let's move on. Okay, so the second section of the Batcave is this like jail cell area, which is pretty cool. You can open up both cell doors right here, and I think the penguin minions are actually supposed to go in here, like the 2 robot penguins. I just hit the suit chamber. Because I think I'm going to turn this entire thing around. Oh boy. So, if you do this, right here, right now we are on the back of it, there is a Technic piece right here, and you can knock out that back wall, and then it just connects right back in. Easy peasy. Easy peasy is a lot easier said than done. So, you can stick it right back in. And I think that is it for the jail cell. So let's move on. So next up in this section is the main Bat computer section. Now, in my opinion, this is probably the coolest Bat computer that we've gotten so far. Before I get into this section though, there's actually a walkway that can come up right here, kind of like in the trailer. I might have to show you that better. I have to show you that like better. So there's 2 Technic pieces that just lift it up, so you can put a figure on here and then you can just walk straight up there. So we're putting that down. Gonna head straight back into this. Sorry, gotta get framing right. So this is pretty cool. There's a nice chair right here that you put a figure in, spin it around. There's a lot of stickers right here up on the keyboard, so like that. Sorry about my bad camera skills this video, but there's a lot of nice, cool little stickers. We got a couple of control panels on either side. We got the main keyboard, and then right there where that red stud is, that is the emergency shutoff button, which I think is kind of cool. And then up at the top, The computer itself is actually shaped like a bat, which I think is pretty cool. There's a lot of awesome stickers right here, and I think it is awesome. And then right here, you're probably wondering what these two things are, but if you turn them around, I don't have anything in them right now, but they're supposed to be like little emergency compartments for the for like batarangs and weapons. So that's what those two parts serve, and that is the Bat computer itself. So let's move on to the final section. Alright, so the last section of the Batcave is the suit, I guess, transformation chamber. So it's pretty self-explanatory. You put Bruce Wayne on this side, and you can spin it all the way around, and then bam, he can turn into Batman, which is pretty sweet. And then he can turn it right back around, then he's Bruce Wayne. So not really much to it. There's not really much else involved with this section. So I think we are done with this set, so let's move on to the closing of this review. Alright, I think that is it for this review, you guys. Now, let me know whether or not you guys think that this set is worth the $100. Personally, I think you do, because you get a lot for your money, in my opinion. And it's just really cool, and you can actually use some of the elements in this set and kind of connect it with other sets, like this suit wall on this side. You can use the collectible minifigures to fill up the rest of the spots, or if you just have any other Batman figures that you want to put up there, you can do that too. So, again, thank you guys for watching. Like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Follow me on all my social media platforms, links are down in the description below. And until the next review, I'll see you guys later. Bye!